You're making videos, you're getting views, but those views aren't turning into paying customers. And if that's not happening, what are we doing this for in the first place? Well, I'm gonna fix that problem for you today. And no, I'm not talking about ManyChat automations or Facebook ads. That's not what today's video is about. I'm talking about getting your ideal customers to come to you, purchasing your product without hesitation, closing on a sales call without actually needing to be sold to, or walking straight into your business and buying immediately because you already feel like family to them. It sounds crazy, but that is all completely achievable, and it all comes down to the intention behind the social media content that you're posting. Now let's dive straight into this, converting your viewers into paying customers. The first thing that I want to talk about is the marketing awareness funnel. If you're unfamiliar with what the marketing awareness funnel is, you probably don't have a successful business yet, but that's okay. We're gonna fix that. The marketing awareness funnel is a model that explains how strangers gradually become paying customers. It breaks the buying journey into stages based on how aware someone is of their problem, the solutions available, and your business specifically. And before I talk about each level of the marketing awareness funnel and how it applies to your social media content, I want to talk about the social media content you should be creating in the first place. Ideally, up until this point, you've already started making videos. Maybe you understand what performs well, maybe you don't, maybe you just know what feels authentic to you. You have your branding on point. If so, these are the 6 specific content styles you need to be making moving forward if you're trying to convert any of the people watching your social media content into people that are actually going to pay you. We have educational content, double down content, which I'll elaborate on here in a second, entertainment content, storytelling, authority, and series content. And now to elaborate on these a little bit further, educational content could be, oh, it got rid of my bullet point, myths versus facts. It could be how-tos. It could be step-by-steps. Anything that's realistically educating somebody counts as an educational piece of content. Double down content now is essentially doubling down on what's already working for you, essentially remaking and remixing your own shit. So if you had a viral skit happen and you want to recreate that, you could literally just tweak the hook in the first 3 seconds that you're verbally saying, maybe the title on the screen, maybe the B-roll that pops up in the first frame. All of that can be tweaked and then reposting that piece of content, and that counts as a double down. You can also put it in a completely new video structure. So if a skit went viral for you, you can turn it into a reaction video or a educational piece of content. So doubling down is remixing anything that has performed well for us previously by making small tweaks. Next, we have entertainment content. This is your skits. This is your trends. This is your reaction or stitch style content. This could be lifestyle edits. Anything that's just purely entertaining counts as an entertainment piece of content. Next, we have storytelling, which is arguably my favorite, and it's the easiest for business owners to create because it does not take a lot of extra time. This is essentially turning what you're already doing on a regular basis into something that's consumable online. And now what I mean by that, we'll go back out here and zoom in on an example from a previous video, but we used to work with, actually we still work with, a roofing company. They have to go door to door and do sales to get leads. That's just part of their business. They have to do it whether we're there or not. So one of the pieces of content that we did that counts as storytelling content is we literally just mic'd up the sales guys, had a hidden camera guy in the car, and just filmed them going and doing the door knocking. They had to do it whether we were there or not, but now we're making content out of it. And funny enough, that content actually went viral, as you can see on the screen. If they had roof inspections, we got up on the roof with them and essentially just asked them very broad questions explaining what they were doing on the roof so that a broad audience could understand what was going on. That counts as storytelling. No matter what your business is, that's a style of content that you can easily create because it does not take any extra time. Just have somebody mic you up, talk through your job as you're doing whatever your job is, and boom, you have content. The other way you can think about this is literally just talking to the camera and storytelling. It could be funny stories, it could be horror stories, it could be business stories, lessons learned, etc., etc. That would also count as educational pieces of content if you're educating in those videos. Authority content counts as case studies. It could be testimonials. It could be, wins or losses. Anything that establishes you as an authority. The other day, I made a video that I posted on my Instagram where I was like, come along with me as I speak in front of 400 people talking about social media. And then I did a little vlog, did a voiceover, explained the whole thing. That's something that establishes me as an authority within my respective industry. And lastly, we have our series content, which honestly, I'm gonna ramble. I'm gonna give you guys some fucking game about series content. This could be day one doing XYZ. This could be welcome back to this, or that. This could be a 30-day X challenge. Whatever it is, you guys need to be starting a fucking series. Find a way in your business right now, whether it's with your business or your personal brand, to start a fucking continuous series on Instagram, because it is honestly the #1 way to grow right now organically. The last time recently that you could gain hundreds of thousands of followers a month on social media easily was 2018, 2019 TikTok. But right now, if you start a series that people can get behind, they can feel like they're attached to, they can feel like they're part of the journey, and regularly post that, holy shit, prepare yourselves, because you are gonna blow up like no other. There's a kid on Instagram right now that is door dashing every single day until he can buy his, I think it's his girlfriend, a wedding ring. 300,000 followers in like less than 90 days. Absolutely fucking crazy. And now, once we understand these 6 styles of content, the next thing I want to talk about is the marketing awareness funnel, okay? I already explained what that was earlier in the video, but to specifically break it down for you guys, let's go unaware piece of content first. An unaware piece of content is really just as broad of an umbrella as you could possibly get. Over time, men's health. They're a men's health clinic. The topic would be men's health. That's their niche. That is also the most broad. It's unaware. It doesn't really tell anybody about their problems, their solutions, the business that we run, anything like that. It's just the overarching industry. The problem-aware pieces of content are when you mention a problem that the customer or the viewer potentially has within a video. This could be low testosterone if we want to keep it relatively simple. Solution-aware is your business. So this, in this case, would be, OT Men's Health. That's the name of their company. Product-aware, this is where you mention the specific product that solves the problem that you have been talking about previously in other videos. In this case, it would be testosterone replacement therapy. And lastly is what I call the ad level. This is essentially where you make a piece of content that is pretty much like, if you are a man with low testosterone and you have low testosterone problems, come to Overtime Men's Health, where we have testosterone replacement therapy to fix your low testosterone. It's essentially a fucking ad. But the glorious part about the marketing awareness funnel is over time, as you make content in each level of the marketing awareness funnel, it subconsciously converts the viewer. They have trust and rapport built up with you because now, from watching your content, they're aware of the problem that they could potentially have. They know that you're the solution to the problem. You have a product that now solves their problem, and occasionally you're doing specific call to actions, or what I call the ad level pieces of content that can potentially convert these people organically, outside of any ads or retargeting that you may be doing. And the even more marvelous part about the marketing awareness funnel is it is interchangeable with every content style that I specifically mentioned to you earlier. So you can make educational pieces of content that fall under the product aware category, the most aware category, or the unaware category. And that goes for every single one of these. Entertainment videos. Funny enough, with that same men's health clinic that I'm talking about, and we go to one of their top performing videos with 22 million views and 1.1 million likes, this is essentially an ad level piece of content that's also entertaining and educational. It's a stitch piece of content. So if you saw here at the beginning, this guy gets rejected. His name's Tyler. And essentially because he's rejected, we're like, Tyler, welcome to the fucking clinic. We've been expecting you. We're gonna fix your problems because you're not a man enough to pull this girl. So we're gonna fix that. And then we proceed to just walk through the clinic, talk about all the services we offer, and then have a call to action at the end of the video. So it's literally a fucking ad that was also kind of mixed with an entertainment piece of content. But because of this one video, there was 5,000 comments. We had people walking into the clinic being like, I saw you guys' TikTok, and they bought our product without even thinking about it because they trust us so much from already just watching the social media content. That's the glorious part about doing social media. So going all the way back over here now, by making all 6 of these content styles and then alternating the different levels of the marketing awareness funnels in each piece of content that you produce, over time, these pieces of content acts as touch points. Normally, you have to get in front of somebody with paid ads 6 to 8 times to convert them, and that's paying to be in front of the people. Versus if you just make videos like this, using each one of these tactics that I talked about, they act as the same touch points, but they're in front of your ideal customer for free. So hopefully you understand the benefit of that. The last thing I do want to mention in this video is having your fucking bio optimized. Don't do the call to actions at the end of the video, unless it's an ad level piece of content and you make it in an entertaining way where it's not like, okay guys, if you have low testosterone, come over to our clinic. We're going to help you. We're going to do this. And it's like a 20-second fucking thing. Don't do that. Cut it out. It's going to tank your watch time versus if you just had that gone in the first place, you could have a viral video. But if the last 80% of the people dropped off in the last 10 seconds because of your shit call to action, your video might not do as well as it would if you omitted it in the first place. So what we want to do instead is set up our bios, because if people are watching your content, they are interested in whatever the content is. They, out of curiosity, just naturally will go to your profile, read your bio, and click the fucking link. You don't got to tell them to go do this. They'll just do it if they're interested in your shit. Trust me. Here's 3 examples. We have the Men's Health Clinic that I just showed you guys. This is their bio. They have who they are, what they do, who they serve, and a call to action. And then they have more information as the link in their bio for people that are interested. Same thing with another client of ours, Alpha Gentleman Suits. They have who they are, what they do, and a call to action. And then we go to mine. We have what I do, my business. We have who I serve. I help founders. I turn founders into the most recognized authority in their industry using viral content, what I do, and then there's a specific call to action. So in your bio, who you guys are, what you do, who you serve, and then have some sort of call to action. It can be minimal like this, where it's just visit us and then a link, or you could have mini chat set up and you could have a specific DM keyword. I'll have other videos talking about that for those that are interested in the future. But by having this in place, when you start producing these pieces of content, people are going to naturally, like I said, go to your profile. And if you have it set up correctly, those people are going to go to your website and they're going to buy your shit. If you guys have any questions about this strategy whatsoever, leave them in the comments. I will happily go through and check all of them out. Other than that, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next video.